Let's take a look at the start list for the women's, and there are two big names there in 6 and 7, Beth Potter and Cassandra Beaugrand, the world number 1 and 2, a dual Olympic medalist in lane 4 from America, the only non-European. In fact, it is Katie Zafiris, twice a supertri champion. Look out as well for Lena Meissner, the German. She brings plenty of experience. Once again, supertri pits the best against the best. It's world numbers 1 and 2 going head to head.
I think we're quite evenly matched. I think I'm probably better at the longer stuff.
Yeah, she's an amazing runner. She's coming from running, so yeah, she's good.
She's definitely quicker over shorter reps.
I'm good on the 10K pace. I've always had some speed. My swim is one of my strengths. I think my swim is actually as good maybe sometimes as my run.
I don't mind chasing, I don't mind being out front. I'll just go hard as possible. To win this race against Cassandra, I think I will need to put the pressure on early on. I think it will be a close race.
But I will still be happy to win.
I'm currently number 2, so I'm the underdog.
Look clean from here, and now the pain begins. Very, very tight in the opening 25. Cassandra Beaugrand in the purple middle of your screen is starting to pull away though, and on her hip in the yellow, that is Beth Potter.
Cassandra Beaugrand has gone out super fast. Is she going for a record here? She holds the current record in the water at the moment. It is a 2:10.
Beaugrand's out of the water, probably 3 to 4 seconds now to Potter, who launches herself out. Actually takes a little second longer. Zafiris was out there first, but Potter runs around the outside. She's got less far to run. There she is. She's got less far to run than the other two to their bikes, and on she hops. So gets the pedals turning a little bit quicker than Zafiris, who's still trying to get her feet in. And she's rocking and rolling and up into it quickly. Into her work is Potter to try and limit that swim speed of Cassandra Beaugrand. Potter is pushing up on the back of Cassandra Beaugrand, and that 3 or 4 seconds she had out of the swim has disappeared. And here comes Potter to land the first mental blow. On the bottom of your screen in the red, Katie Zafiris is just pushing big gears.
She's rocking and rolling. Look at those shoulders go. She's really putting her body into the whole generating that power.
Here goes Potter. They can see it on the big screen, and they are willing the Brit on. She might live in Loughborough, but
look at those
still
faces.
French.
There's a laser beam focus there from both those women.
What a run showdown we're about to have.
Oh, Cassandra's off first.
Yep,
wow, that was quick. Cassandra's got the jump here. Can she get her shoes on quick enough? Katie Zafiris is right behind them.
Not quite as fast. That's where the experience shows. Katie Zafiris has done plenty in supertri, but she's never been here, and it is a run showdown between probably the two fastest runners in triathlon right now in the women's field, and also the two favourites for Paris, and both of them will want to make sure they land this blow early. The two of them are neck and neck through the park, and now 300 metres down, still 700 to go.
The one place you can break Cassandra Beaugrand is psychologically. I think she's pretty invincible physiologically, but psychologically, she kind of gets a bit unnerved when she realises she's being pushed. And at the moment, Beth Potter is pushing her, and she looks to me like she's a second or two ahead of her now on the run. But at the moment, 3 seconds now ahead of Beaugrand. This is turning out to be a really interesting run.
It is, and Katie Zafiris has gapped Tanya Neubert. She's now 5 seconds clear and 14.5 seconds behind Beaugrand, who is now 3.5 seconds behind Potter. Make that 4.5. So as we get to the last 100 metres of the run, Beth Potter is going to take around a 5-second advantage as she finishes, having taken down Beaugrand on the run. The time starts ticking in stage 2. 22 seconds covering the field at the moment. Of course, we add these gaps to the gaps from stage 1 to determine the pursuit start times for stage 3, where we go back to swim, bike and run. And usually we see things get very, very tough for the backmarker athletes, as the two of them who've been stuck together for the entire time continue to be. Potter from Great Britain, Beaugrand from France. The two of them starting off again, immediately getting some water. Beaugrand straight into her work though, Potter, and she is up, and she has really strong start.
watching Potter there, you know, she really does nail every single transition. She just doesn't make a mistake, and I hope I'm not going to jinx her there.
Well, it's interesting that you say, I mean, we've been talking about it, and it's been reflected on the screen. So they ran at 2:57, both of them, in the run, so there was nothing between them at all. There was a handkerchief you could throw over them when they transition. Then they get onto the bike, and it's 2 seconds. It's 40 metres, and that is simply because for about 5 seconds, Beth Potter puts out 6 watts a kilo, and you can see the gap between them now.
So
We are at the halfway point, 2,000 metres to go in this bike leg, which means we are, I guess, bang straight in the middle of this World Championship final. And there is nothing between our two protagonists, and there is not much between our top three at the moment. Bo Grant's got Potter in her sights. The gap is now under 1 second. Zefiris is 7 seconds back. Neubert has managed to gap Meisner, and the two of them are looking at each other. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Oh, Potter's looking over and thinking,
We've got
this
to
is
swim
it. Now Bo
200
Grant is
metres.
responding. Look at the screen. Bo Grant wants to finish this one first. She's not going to. The two of them are looking at each other, and Zefiris is sitting in the wings.
Now they're going to have to loosen their shoes. You can see Beth Potter's shoes are done up. Cassandra's look like they're quite loose. There's one shoe.
One goes off. One goes off.
And she's off.
Other one out. The two of them are together. It's exactly what it was in the last transition. Now it's time for goggles on. It's time for swim cap on. It's time to get in the water and have a head-to-head in the pool in front of this crowd here in London. And Potter's going to get in first like she always does.
Cassandra Bo Grant is already alongside Beth Potter. Beth Potter has to go with her.
It was 5 seconds, so there's 5 seconds in the bank for Beth Potter from stage one. There is 150 metres to go in stage two. They are going to touch together, but at the moment, virtually, Potter is 5 seconds clear ahead of stage three. So we need Bo Grant, if they're going to finish level at least, to steal 5 seconds on Potter. But the two of them, well, they look like a mirror image of each other.
This is such confidence for Beth Potter. We know in the previous swim in the first round, she lost 5 seconds to Cassandra Bo Grant. Here, she's lost maybe 2 seconds because she dived in first. But this is going to give us such confidence going into the second round. And do you know what? Katie Seferes is not losing time to either of them as well. As much as Cassandra's taking the lead now, it's not going to be enough to close that 5 second deficit.
What a race. What a show we have here in London at the finals. They're going to touch at the same time just about, and they do. And I think it was Potter just who manages to hold off Bo Grant. And that is a big boost for Beth Potter in her home race.
I needed to stay as close as possible, so yeah, just had her in the corner of my eye and just, yeah, try to keep her there.
The green light goes, and Beth Potter goes into the water. The cheer of the crowd tells the story. 5 second wait, and into the water goes Cassandra Bo Grant. So this is going to have to be a big, big swim from Bo Grant, who has already taken a few metres out of Potter. A fatigued swim and a fresher swim.
Wow.
What's the difference? But Bo Grant is swimming like a champion.
You can clearly see Cassandra Bo Grant has gone out so fast in that first 30 metres. She's closed more than half of that in the first length alone. But look at that, Beth Potter is still turning ahead.
She's good on the turns, isn't she? She's catching her on the turns.
She came to triathlon as a 10,000 metre runner and made the Olympics in that, and then since 2017 she had a meteoric rise as Bo Grant just nudges ahead to European champion in 2019, and she has just become a complete athlete, Potter, and she has, well, become world champion in 2023, if you don't mind. And the 1 and 2 in the world are 1 and 2 in the pool, and they are 1 and 2 as we head to Paris, and Bo Grant will get out of the water first, but Potter has the transitions to match anybody as out they come.
This is key here, this is important. Okay, hat off in the bin. She needs to get in front of her, she's in front of her. But now Cassandra Bo Grant is running past her. Let's see.
You're going to get on the bike, basically
Don't take
exactly
a drink.
the same
Don't
time.
take a drink. Go, go, go.
Hard early.
Oh, look at Beth. Oh, she can't get her foot in.
Oh, she's lost some time there.
Precious seconds, precious seconds.
At the start of the day and at the end of the day, there is nothing between them whatsoever.
What's fascinating here, if you look at Katie Seferes' split, she is still 30 seconds back. That was the split when she dived in the water. She is swam and biked so far exactly the same.
It's like a diesel engine case. If there was
turbo diesel.
rounds, she'd start to take time back. If we went for 2 hours of this, she'd still be taking time out of the opposition.
This is psychological. Beth Potter is trying to get in front of her. Cassandra Beaugrand so far is saying no. They are riding next to each other, not just in Zwift, but in the real world. Their bike stations are right there. They can feel each other's movement when they're out the saddle.
I think in the history of supertri, we have never seen a better race with bigger stakes than this. And there's 2 seconds between them with about 30 seconds to go on the bike.
Oh, the table's turning. You've got to remember that interview that Beth Potter gave after the second stage, saying that she felt really good. Cassandra Beaugrand could hear that, and she can either use that to fuel the fire or go, oh dear, how am I going to beat the current world champion, the lady who won the Olympic test event?
In 3 minutes time, in 3 minutes time, we are going to find out whether Cassandra Beaugrand can steal a world title. The last transition of the evening in the World Championship finals, and Potter gets on first, and the crowd tells the story. 1 kilometre to go, these two head-to-head for a one-day world title. 200 metres to go, and it looks like Potter has the advantage, and it looks like the advantage is getting a little bigger, although now Beaugrand's not running quite as quick.
Beth Potter there's hurting, you can see that.
Oh,
she is digging in. This is how much she wants it.
Oh, this is the first time we've seen her really hurting today. It's written all over her face, it really is, as Potter now takes a 4-second advantage over Cassandra Beaugrand.
And in 2024, with 100 metres to go, she is getting faster and faster and faster. And here comes the finish, and here is your world champion. It is Beth Potter. What a race we just witnessed. Probably the best in the history of supertri, and Beth Potter did it in the end. She broke Cassandra Beaugrand on that run. She was just too strong. She called it like she saw it, and she did the job as well. Katie Sophia has hung on for a creditable third from Tanya Neubert, who was strong, and Lena Meissner, who rounded out the top 5.
I think I had a little mistake on the second transition, so I hurt a bit myself on the calves doing that, and then I completely cramped at some point on the run, so I'm a bit disappointed about that.
This is my season opener today, so yeah, I didn't really know where the form was at, and yeah, I'm just really happy to take the win.